Hi everybody! Today I want to do a deeper dive into the 4% composite portfolio. Some of you may already be familiar with it. It's essentially made up of two components. Number one, the CPF ordinary account, and number two, a globally diversified equity fund. For the new viewers, I'll quickly recap why I chose these two components, and more importantly, I would like to share with all of you a couple of key points. Firstly, how to manage something called the portfolio drift, and more importantly, how to withdraw from it to supplement the CPF LIFE payouts, which is why we are doing this in the first place. So first, let's talk about the CPF ordinary account. The 2.5% interest might sound boring, but it's actually higher than what most fixed deposits, high interest rate savings accounts like StanChart eSavers, and T-bills is also higher than the 10-year Singapore government bond yield, which is 2.1% at the end of July when this video is recorded. And here's the best part. CPFOA is fully liquid. You can withdraw it anytime, and it's capital guaranteed. It really helps me and my wife sleep well at night. As I've mentioned before, if we want higher returns, there's no way around it. We have to take on some risk. And for that non-capital guaranteed risk component, global equities is the asset class that I've chosen. Personally, I've been investing in passive index funds or ETFs, tracking the MSCI World Index for almost 2 decades. And I like what I see. I'm comfortable with both the returns and the risks that's associated with it, and I think it is appropriate for our retirement portfolio. Now, with that short intro done, let's get down to the two main subjects of this video. I will talk about portfolio drift first. As the CPFOA and the global equities will be growing at different rates, over a long period of time, the global equities will start to have a higher weightage and deviates from our original proportion. The more seasoned investors will know that this is how a portfolio is supposed to behave, and is totally expected. So the way to maintain the original percentage is to do what the professional managers call rebalancing. This can be easily done using the spreadsheet that I've created, link below. All you need to do is to put in the total amount that's currently in the portfolio, key into the spreadsheet, and voila, you will know what the amount in each component should be. I usually do my rebalancing once a year. I do this at the start of the year when my annual CPF interests are credited into our accounts. This is because I'm a lazy person, and I've seen enough literature to know that there's not much to be gained by being more hardworking. Also, I will skip rebalancing if the deviation from the original proportion is less than 5%. Again, because I'm lazy. So I'll be doing this for my portfolio from 55 onwards during the accumulation phase. Now, let's talk about the decumulation phase, or what the fin bros will call the glide path. In our current context, this starts from age 65 onwards. Now, this can be super scary for a lot of early retirees. For the first time in a long while, you're going to see your portfolio shrink instead of grow. And many people will find that hard to get used to. So let's make this really clear. If you know yourself well enough to say that you'll get anxious, lose sleep, or struggle mentally because your portfolio is getting smaller, then this approach is totally not for you. You'll probably be better off with instruments that shield you from seeing the numbers, like topping up to ERS or buying private annuities. Here's how I plan to implement the glide path for me and my wife. I'll simply withdraw from whichever component that is overweight. For example, I have a 65% OA and 35% equities portfolio, and stocks are at an all-time high, like right now in July 2025. The equity portion will likely be overweight, meaning more than 35%. So if I'm going to go on vacation and need a little bit more cash, I'll sell some units from my unit trust to fund that particular trip. And on the other hand, If we are in the middle of a global financial crisis, stocks are down, and we suddenly face a healthcare emergency, I'll then withdraw from the OA component instead. Done this way, in a disciplined manner, it not only helps your funds last longer, but also gives you the flexibility to time your spendings based on market conditions. Again, if this idea makes you uncomfortable, if you prefer every year to look exactly like the last one, and you want things to run like clockwork, then you're probably better off with other instruments that fit your personality and needs. So there you have it, a Finance 101 video on managing the 4% composite portfolio. Of course, there are many ways to optimize this, but in my opinion, you're already getting 80% of the best possible outcome just by doing these two simple steps. And that's good enough for me. Thank you for watching till the end. As usual, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in the next one.